Welcome back to another video. It's me, Murky Gore, and today I'm going to be telling a little life story on how I first broke my arm. It actually wasn't too long ago, actually. So I'll begin whenever the game starts, which is now. So you guys probably don't know this, but I broke my arm, I would say, not too long ago. It was actually like in 2016, so last year. So what happened was, we were just having a normal day in PE. You know, our gym teacher was teaching us how to play like hockey, but not real hockey. You know, it was just like on the gym floor. So we were doing that, and we were just messing around like on the getting ready to play part. So when we were getting ready to we're just like getting taught the basics of it. So we're trying to see, like, you know, he said try to steal the ball from your partner, just keep moving on. So we start that. Once we start that, we sort of get a little bit rough-ish. We start moving around. My partner first is the first one with the ball. So he's moving it around, and I steal it from him, and I go off towards the bleachers. So, not knowing, he accidentally trips me with his hockey stick. And when he tripped me with the hockey stick, I fell. I tried to catch myself. I caught myself. But when I caught myself, I put a lot of force on it. So when I already had quite a bit of force on it, he somewhat fell on top of me. And all that force made my right arm give out. And I used my right arm. I'm a right arm person. So when that happened, I was like, I didn't break it. I get up. I couldn't move my arm. I start to feel a little bit of pain. I look at it. It's all just hanging there. You know, I couldn't move it. So at first, I thought it was dislocated. So I just kind of stood there in shock. Just kind of walked off. My gym teacher told me to go to the nurse. I go to the nurse. She wraps it. You know, and the pain starts to come. You know, I didn't cry at all. I'm not going to try to be all cool and all that, but I didn't cry. Because most of the time I was in shock. So I was in shock. So the pain actually started to come once I actually, you know, came out of shock. And it hurt quite a bit. I thought it was just dislocated because how it was, because my elbow was literally on the other side of my arm. And my top of my arm was on the bottom. So it was all messed up and twisted. Keep in mind, this was like in 2016, so not too long ago. It's been like 3 to 4 months since it's been healing. So it's pretty much normal. But when I broke it, actually I didn't know I broke it. I had to wait 30 minutes for my grandparents to get there because my mom was at work. She didn't know. We couldn't get a hold of her. So my grandparents come and get me, specifically my grandpa, and he takes me to the emergency room. When he takes me to the emergency room, we wait about another 20-30 minutes for mom to get there. And my mom was freaking out, of course, and my grandpa leaves, and so we go in. And the reason we had to wait for my mom to come, because, you know, my grandpa's not a guardian, so I need a guardian for them to even start doing anything on my arm. So they look at it, take x-rays. I thought it was just dislocated. They look at it. I dislocated it, broke it, and fractured it. I didn't know that. So And they told me that, I was like, really? And they showed me the break. So a part on my elbow, uh, it was on the topper piece, and it broke off and fell down into my forearm. So a piece of my bone literally broke off, fell down into my forearm, and I cracked my elbow. So when they told me that, I was like, okay. So I'm like, surgery, right? I'm like, I didn't want surgery because, you know, I hate the fact of being put under. You know, this is my first time breaking something. So I break my arm. I was like, really? And when they told surgery, it scared me. I was like, they're gonna have to put me under, aren't they? Like, yeah. So we're sitting there waiting. You know, I get transferred by an ambulance to another hospital. It's Children's Mercy Hospital, and they're just, you know, getting prepared for me to come in. They roll me in, and I'm just waiting there. Note to yourself that it's like really late-ish into the day. So since it was late, I was a little bit tired and worn out. But all my adrenaline was still going because of my arm. I was still freaking out about surgery, stuff like that. So I go in. We're getting things prepped and ready. And they asked me if I wanted to be put half under or all the way under. I said half. Worst mistake of my life. So, they said they're gonna start surgery around, I don't know, let's say around 3 or 4. And it's about like 6 or 7 o'clock at night. And then they're just getting ready for me and prepared for surgery. So they start calming me down, putting a gas mask on me, start calming me down. They start, They started putting me under. But you know, I asked for halfway. Still the worst idea of my life. When I was put under halfway, you know, I could still feel what I was doing. So I kind of knew what was going on, but it scared me so much because everything kept repeating back and forth in my head. Kept repeating. I kept going in and out. Since that was happening, I got freaked out. And it was only like, this was only the part where they popped it back in place. And it was about 15 minutes or so, if that. It felt like an hour. Literally an hour. I wake up, I'm so drowsy all over the place. And I remember my mom sitting there next to me, and she was tearing up, you know, seeing me all drugged up. So I'm fully awake, you know, I'm just watching TV, and I have to do another surgery. They did all the surgery in that one day. So, note to self, it's really late at night. It's probably 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So, what was it? So we wait there for maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes-ish. And then I'm ready for my next surgery. This time, I get put fully under. I was glad that they did that. You know, I was put under, fully asleep. It was better to be put fully under asleep. So, they began surgery, you know, getting that bone out of my forearm and putting it back where my elbow was. It's not exactly where my elbow is, I really can't explain it. So here's, like, you got your elbow, Then you go to the right side, all the way up to where you feel like a pointy piece right there somewhere. That piece broke off, fell down into my forearm. And when that happened, of course I had to do surgery, but the first surgery was popping it back in place. So it's all popped back in place. Then they do surgery where they have to put that bone back. You know, put pins and stuff in there. So they get all that done. They get the bone put in place. They put pins in. So all the pins are put in place, you know. And it was about an hour or two of surgery. So it's about 9, 10, maybe even 11 o'clock. Yeah, I think it was like 10 o'clock. And I come out of it. You know, it's all there's stitches and it's in a cast. You know. So I wake up with that. You know, of course it hurts after just a little bit. Just a little bit though, because I was on pain meds still. And eventually, you know, I had the next day, I had to go get pain meds since it was late at night. I couldn't go to a pharmacy or wherever you want to go to get your meds. So I was in pain for most of the night. So I go get my pain meds, you know, I start taking those and stuff like that, Since I've broken in that region, I only had my cast on for 10 days, because it could have stayed like that forever if I kept my, like, stayed in the position of the cast, because I had my arm bent, like, you know how you would in a sling with the cast on. It could stay like that for the rest of my life if it didn't, so, like, come out of the cast in 10 days. So 10 days pass, I get it out of the cast. It feels so much better. But what I didn't know, I thought I would be fine as soon as I get out of the cast. Boy, was I wrong. Really wrong. It's out of the cast. I thought I could bend it. Oh no. Oh no. I couldn't. It said, oh yeah, you're gonna have to do physical therapy. I was like, what? It's like, yeah, your arm's stuck in that position of being bent like that. So since it was bent like that, well, physical therapy. I didn't know that. So it was bent like that for a while. So I had to do quite a bit of physical therapy. I do it like every Monday and Thursday, physical therapy, and it was painful. Because every time, the first time was most painful. Every time it got less painful, but it was still really painful. You know, it's not something you want. Because they keep bending it down and down and down, which really hurts because everything is tensed up and stressed right there. So eventually it starts to heal, you know, about a month or so pass. And after those months pass, my arm was getting straighter and better. I think into the second month or so. Yeah, I think it was the second month. Second month in, it was pretty much fine. I said I'm done with therapy. I don't think I need therapy anymore. And I was right. So they said keep doing exercises, you know. Oh, by the way, I still stayed in PE because I'm stubborn. But I just did arm exercises instead of doing regular things. So, I still did PE because I wanted to. And then eventually I could go back to PE and stuff. You know, kind of regular, but I had to take it easy. If pain came, I had to stop. You know, I couldn't push my arm too much, or I could have a chance of re-breaking it, or straining it. And then I could just, you know, since I got pin in my arm, 2 or so pins, you know, I had a chance of making those break and re-breaking, and then I would have it more cracked and shattered. So, yeah. that's, I think, about it, yeah. It's not fully straight. I'm about 2 degrees off from straight, but, it's pretty much normal. I don't have those 2 degrees. It's not completely straight. And I have a pretty bad scar. And if you guys want me to do a follow-up video on this, like me showing you the scar and how it's like 2 degrees off, just leave a comment down below. And yeah, that's pretty much the first time me breaking my arm. And I did it pretty bad. So I really appreciate you guys watching, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you want other stories or something like that, just tell me, and I'll see what I can do, and I can see if I can think of other stories of things happening to me. And that's pretty much it. That's the first time me breaking my arm. It was pretty bad. I know people have had worse, but it was bad for the first time. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want more stuff like this, just leave a comment down below. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like. We're on our way to 100 subscribers, so thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys later.